Imagine it's your 20th birthday. Instead of cake and presents, you're glued to your TV screen, watching a man pull a tiny blue capsule from a large glass bowl. Inside that capsule is a date. If it's your birthday, your life is about to change forever. You're going to war. This was the terrifying reality for millions of young American men on December 1st, 1969. This was the day the United States held its first draft lottery since World War II, a high-stakes game of chance to decide who would be sent to fight in Vietnam. The war, once a distant conflict on the nightly news, suddenly became a personal, life-or-death gamble. Picture the scene. Selective Service, National Headquarters in Washington. DCA fishbowl holds 366 blue plastic capsules, one for each possible birthday in a leap year. One by one, they are drawn by hand. The first date pulled, September 14th. If you were a young man born on that day, your odds of being drafted just skyrocketed. You were almost certainly heading to the front lines. But if your birthday, say June 8th, was drawn 366th, you could breathe a massive sigh of relief you were safe. For now. This lottery was supposed to be a solution. The previous system, which relied on local draft boards, was widely criticized for being unfair. It was full of favoritism and bias, often targeting minority communities and the poor. The idea was that a random lottery would be the great equalizer, making the draft truly fair for everyone. But did it? Or did it just create a different kind of injustice? The problem was, while the drawing of the dates was random, the consequences were anything but. The lottery system exposed a deep, painful divide in American society. It quickly became clear that this wasn't just a game of luck. It was also a game of privilege. If you had money or connections, you had options. You could get a college deferment, putting your service on hold while you pursued a degree. You could visit a family doctor who might find a convenient draft disqualifying ailment, like the infamous bone spurs. Some even managed to secure a coveted spot in the National Guard, which was highly unlikely to be deployed overseas. These loopholes created an escape route for the wealthy and the well-connected. But what if you couldn't afford college? What if your family didn't have a private doctor on speed dial? For the working class and the poor, there were no easy ways out. For them, a low lottery number was a one-way ticket to the jungles and rice paddies of Southeast Asia. This created what many called a poverty draft, where the nation's wars were disproportionately fought by those with the fewest resources and the least political power. The very people with the least to gain were being asked to sacrifice everything. The 1969 draft lottery didn't just send men to war. It ignited a firestorm of protest and debate across the country. It forced Americans to confront some incredibly difficult questions. Is a draft ever truly fair? Is it moral for a government to use a lottery to decide who lives and who dies? Who should bear the burden of a nation's conflicts? The Vietnam draft became one of the most divisive issues in American history, leaving scars that are still felt today. It tore families apart and turned friends against each other. It fueled the anti-war movement, with massive protests, draft card burnings, and young men fleeing to Canada to avoid conscription. The image of those blue capsules being drawn from a fishbowl became a powerful symbol of an entire generation's fate, being decided by a cruel and arbitrary game of chance. It is a stark reminder of how a roll of the dice can change the course of history, and how the burdens of war are never shared equally. What do you think? Was the draft lottery a fairer system, or did it just highlight the inequalities that already existed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if you found this piece of history as compelling as I do, be sure to like and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.